Hello friend, it's Mark out on the back 40, and in this episode I'm going to just review real quick a property layout using the DIY property planner that I put together. So if you don't have a copy of that, go in the link below. It doesn't cost anything. Just hit the link and go download the planner. It's got 15 steps to it, and I'm just going to go through it step by step in this video here. I'm only going to do a few examples of this. This will be one of them, and then I think you'll get the gist of it if you watch a couple of these examples. And once you have it, I hope that it has helped you. What it is not is it's not a fine detailed plan. It's just 30,000 foot building blocks for you to get you in the idea and the concept and get your head right of where to place food plots, where to place a blind, where to place bedding, and the importance of each of those things. It does not cover the finer details of that. There's a ton of videos on YouTube on how to do that stuff. What I felt was missing on YouTube was the big picture. Where should I be putting all these things that you talk about on these videos all the time? So here you go. I hope that it helps. Again, if you don't have it downloaded yet, hit that link below right now, get it downloaded, and then go through this video. And there's a couple other videos that go with it. Go to the channel. You can see those if you need more examples. All right, here you go. Okay, here is our 20-acre example. What we've got here is just the rectangular 20. I've got my checklist printed out right here, right next to me. So if you don't have that printed out yet, go to the link in the description below and get a copy of that. It doesn't cost anything. And then print it out so we can go through this together. So I've already done steps 1 through 9. It's pretty self-explanatory. That's kind of the easy part. I don't think you need any help with that part. So we're going to start at step number 10 here. But I guess just a quick review. If you can imagine, here's the outline. If you can imagine, here's the topo lines. You've got your property up high here, and it goes down into a marsh back over here on the corner of your property and out in here a little ways. So everything else is explanatory. So and step number 10 is draw the outermost perimeter trail that you can put on your property. So in this case, it's going to be, really you can use the road. So really the best thing to do you would walk out your driveway, you would use the road and then cut in just on the inside. You're good here, but you get to here, you can't go up here and down here. It's too wet and marshy down there. So your trail needs to go like this across the top of that ridge, and then you're around the property like this, okay? Okay, so there is your perimeter trail. That is really one of the most important layouts on your property, is getting that perimeter right. Okay, so now I'm going to step 11. Choose a location for blinds on each side of your property. And why do we do each side? So you can hunt in any wind, anytime, doesn't matter. You always have a place to hunt, and a good quality place to hunt. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're trying to place a blind on each side of the property, or a stand, whatever you want to call it. So if I look at this right here, the house is kind of close to the road. So if I'm choosing, this is gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. I would probably put a blind, back here somewhere. I'd probably put a blind right here. All right, so any kind of a north wind, you're going to be able to hunt here. It's perfect because they're used to all the commotion up at the house and the smell. So and it's because the food plot is right there. So it's a great situation. If I look at, let's go to this other line over here. If I look at this line here, you can see we have a conflict with the neighbor. You can't go over there and recover anything. So you want to move to the west, a little bit away from that line. So you can still go up that line. You also have a food plot here again, and a change right here. Let's call it a line. So I'm probably going to put a blind, maybe kind of like this, a little more aggressively into the property. You're probably going to want this to be, at least 50 yards. And then when you shoot, you're not going to shoot. Well, I'll get to that in a second. Okay. And then the blind on this line here. Because you got egg here, a food plot, I'm kind of mid. I'm probably going to put it somewhere, maybe right here, put a blind right there. And then up on here, again, it's going to be a great spot right here in this transition. There's a lot of stuff going on right here. You got woods up here, you got ag here, there's a lot of stuff coming in there. So I'm going to throw a blind right here too. Okay. So now you've got your blinds in place. Step 12, draw your comfortable range around there. So call it 50 yards for a bow or something like that. So again, this is not to scale. I'm just blasting through this. So this one, completely comfortable shooting in this direction because you can get access here if something runs this way or this way. So completely comfortable shooting. Let's just kind of say a range like this. Same thing with this one. You can go completely around the blind like that. This one, I'm not going to shoot anything to the side here. Pretty much just going to go out like this. And again, why is that? Because you want enough space from when you shoot that animal. I mean, you can pick what you want, 75 yards, 50 yards, 100 yards, but whatever that distance you would hope that it would perish if it took off toward the neighbor where you can't get permission. So, you know, I would try to make this at least 50 yards, and then this would be out to 100 yards, maybe into your property. This one here, you can go all the way around the circle on that one, right? Okay, so you kind of get the idea there. So, all right, step 13 now. Now let's draw some pattern lines. We're going to draw some paths, and what we're saying is, with this one here, I don't know, what color should I use here? Let's use green for fun. Okay, so we've got ag out here, which is food. You're drawing lines from food. So we have ag here. So if we draw from ag into a shooting zone, this is a shooting zone, ag into a shooting zone. Over here, kind of the same thing. We can go from ag into that shooting zone, ag into this shooting zone. Okay, where else would they want to go? There's really no other attraction around that is, they're all probably going to try to head out to this ag area eventually. So that's step 13. So we kind of have those lines drawn in. Again, it's going from where they're heading to, food, in the nighttime, through our hunting zone. And now step 14, we're going to extend all these green lines to determine bedding areas. Okay, so we've got this one going from here to here. So really, if we just kind of go into here, here's a great bedding area. Same thing with this one. Look at this, bedding area. So this one right here, you can't go into the neighbors. So I would say, you know, the pattern you're going to try to build would be something up into here like this. And actually, you could go like this with it too. And actually, this one's going to go here. So do you kind of make this a bedding area here? But anyways, you get the idea of what we're heading for here, right? So to me, what this shows is you're going to, boy, it's going to be tough to get there. Probably try to squeeze some kind of bedding in here. And then obviously this is a major bedding area right here. And you can probably get some of that ridge. They're going to use some of that ridge. They like to do that. So there you go. So that's bedding, and this is bedding. Now, you could put bedding in here, but the challenge with that is that then they'll go right by, and you may or may not get a shot at them, right? Can you put enough attraction here to get them to come to this food plot and then circle back around here like this and somehow get through your zone? That's going to be up to you if you want to do that. I wouldn't do it. I'd really focus on getting bedding over in here and get them to move this way past all of my hunting zones. Okay, so that's really it. That's the layout. So if you wanted to use the food plots that you already have, you sneak these blinds a little bit closer to make sure the tip of this food plot right here is inside that hunting zone, right? So what I haven't really covered yet is that the hunting zones are all going to have attraction in them to try to pull them from that bedding into that hunting zone when it's still light out, and then they hang out there for a little while, and then they move on to wherever they're going. So maybe we'll talk about that in a separate video. But all we're trying to do here is boy, does that look messy, is just get the structure, get the blocks in place so you can start putting all the pieces together on your property. All right, any questions, throw them in the comments below. Anything I can do better, please throw them in the comments below. Thanks.